Hello everyone, we meet again. So this is the second video where I want to try to confront my own midlife crisis. So as you know, maybe if you watch the first video, I feel like I'm currently in the state where I'm experiencing what um, people call midlife crisis, where starting from 30s to 50, you're starting to wonder about your own life and starting asking some questions whether you've done what you need to do or you are where you wanted to be or stuff like that. And then you started to basically questions um, some of more philosophical thing about your life. So yeah, I'm here to confront it. So I think the first thing that I personally need to know is that why am I in this state right now? So um, I went to GPT, as everyone does right now. I mean, I don't know if people still Googling. Maybe I still kind of Google sometimes. Um, but yeah, thanks to this amazing technology, I might want to discuss about it sometimes. But let's do it on another time. It seems that there are a couple of things that causes us to be in the state where we have this midlife crisis, especially for people in their 30s, such as me right now. For context, I have say I'm pretty much in situation where everything seems to be okay. I have a good job, a little bit of money saved. I have family. My wife is beautiful. My children are all healthy. My extended family is all doing well. So nothing really. I'm not really in the state where I have very big problems or sort of like that. But I'm curious to know why people like, let's say like me, fall into this situation where you I kind of like start questioning about my life. So at least from what I see here, there are a couple of things. There's six things. First is awareness of time and mortality. So I guess this is what happened when you're starting to get aware that you're no longer young. So you if you're 30, it means, let's say, the life expectancy is around 60 or 70 years old, meaning you already spent almost half of your life, right? And then you really think that you spend all of this time. What have you achieved? What have you done? Is it something that well, no, you have not so many time remaining? So then you start the question like, yeah, is it something that you want to be after spending that much time and stuff like that? Or maybe because you see people around you also, yeah, maybe some of your relative, your mother and father or your uncle, all of them are, let's say, pass away, and then you know it's kind of like reminder for you that life will end one day, and then you're half of it. So then you realize your body no longer as it used to be. I mean, I'm not like very fragile or something like that, but I know that I cannot run as much as I did last time. I didn't play football anymore because I know I don't have the stamina as I used to be, and then been very busy with the kids, spend more time with my kids and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess, yeah, as you enter your 30s, you start to be aware about time and mortality. I guess maybe because you spend supposedly your time on the earth. And then the second one, what mentioned here is life transition. So um basically something happened in your life where you you change from one state to the other, you transition from one state to the other. So in my case, maybe not so much, because uh, I didn't change job recently, and then I've kind of like starting to get settled, I would say. I've um and nothing much. um so I'm seeing my children growing up, and they're all getting bigger. So I'm not really in the state of life transitioning. um so yeah, maybe this is not what happened with me. The third is unmet expectations. So this is perhaps what happened, I guess. Yeah, I mean, earlier in life, I guess, um especially when you're young. I mean, I remember when I was in university students, I set a goal that I want to travel the world, like going from one place to the other, and just see what other people is doing in the other part of the world, right? And then I didn't see maybe just to share, like, I was also thinking about become a PhD student, chasing all this academic career ladder, because I thought that I was quite smart, I guess. So naturally, at least in my circle of influence, naturally the next step will be taking your master degree, and then after that taking your PhD, and then in some university, prestigious university in the world. I was thinking last time to try to get the master degree in Europe, or some university in Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken. But today I'm still with my undergraduate degree. So after I get a job, after I've got job, and then surprisingly the job was nice. Um, I've never imagined getting that much salary at that time. I mean, I never imagined myself working in Singapore. Um, and then when they offered me my first salary, I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. It was around 3,500 Sing dollar at the times, if I remember. And then coming from Indonesia, I think that amount of money, I didn't realize at that time that, okay, living expenses in Singapore was not cheap. So I thought, like, maybe that's a good amount. That was a really big amount. So, like, then I enter corporate job, and then I got married, and then the work seems to be really nice. I really enjoyed it. The environments, particularly because I feel like I can share my thought. I don't really need to be. I'm not really. I was not really afraid to say what I think, just because I'm new in the company. Yeah, life seems to be good, and then I forget that I want to. And then I got married, right? And then kids comes. It's not that those things are bad. It's just, in fact, I enjoy it so much. I enjoy being father, particularly. I really enjoy my time as father. I mean, to have someone's that to have a when I saw my son was born, it was an experience that you cannot really describe. It's like happiness, sadness, guilt, um, all those kind of emotions just 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 comes at one, and then It's hard to describe, but mostly it was joy. So then, I went to this kind of path. I do forget, I did forget about what was what I planned before, like going for master and stuff like that. Maybe it was good actually. I didn't go for master degree. I don't know. I mean, I could have been going to some other path where it led me to misery. I don't know, but that still those kind of feeling where you thought you're gonna be someone, and then life bring you to this path, and then you become someone else, and then you think like you miss out, right? Maybe that one, perhaps. One thing is that I like teaching, perhaps. I do like teaching. I like to teach. And I was imagining myself to become sort of like teacher or lecturer, try to prepare the new generations, stuff like that. And then I become an engineer, which is completely different world, right? I mean, it's not that it's one is bad and the other is better. No, both of them are amazing. Maybe this is the thing that I want to try. Yeah, I mean, I remember why I want to become why I wanted to go for master degrees and also PhDs. Really, I really want to become a lecturer. In fact, yeah, I remember that. Maybe I should think about that. Yeah, I guess this is what happened with many people. I guess, right? I mean, I don't know. What about you guys? You have some unmet expectation. I mean, of course, when you're watching this, you might have a midlife crisis, or you might not. I don't know, but you have some unmet expectations. Okay, let's just go on to the next one. I guess the next one is like biological and hormonal change. So I guess, yeah, well, for men, maybe a lower testosterone or some hormonal shift, but I feel like I maintain this sort of like good biological hormones. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. I mainly drink water. Thanks to my wife, we try to eat as healthy as possible. I don't eat so much sugar. I exercise not so much, but I exercise a bit. Um, but yeah, I mean, as you grow older, right, your body start to change, and then, yeah, perhaps this change will affect you somehow. Well, the next one is search for meaning. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I guess you're trying to. I mean, right now, maybe like maybe not right now, but I think somewhere 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I really see myself that my main responsibility now, I mean, my main objective as an individual is really to provide and protect my family, and then become a father for my children, and then become a good husband for my wife. So that's my only not my only, but my main objective as an individual. Like, I really want to make sure that my son and my daughter can grow up as good as possible, and then I really want to try to become a good husband for my wife. That's has been what I think my most important, say, things in my life. And then it still is, I mean, it's still very important, but in doing so, maybe I kind of like give up on my own dream, perhaps. maybe. Like you you just think about other people's, you think that by making sure other people around you happy, and then you'll be happy too. I'm happy. It's not that I'm not happy, but maybe if we have to give a little bit space for our own self to see what is the thing that makes you happy other than makes other people happy. Yeah, maybe I need to think about that. What is it really that I want to do? That it's not that when I do that I will abandon my responsibility to my family. It's not like that. It's just that there could be, is there something that you really want to do that actually it could be in, you know, it doesn't have to be against your responsibility, but something that, you know, you really want to do. Or maybe you have some dreams that you really want to try, that that perhaps can give you back that feeling that, you know, you're excited again to wake up in the morning and do something that, yeah, this is really, yeah, I'll think about it, this search for meaning. What is it truly, what truly matters to me now? Of course my family is the one that truly matters, but is there something else on top of that? Yeah, and then this seems to be the last one, social comparisons. Yeah, maybe I'm also the victim of this, especially with social media. Yeah, it does mention about social media. Yeah, especially when you look at people who, perhaps this is, I'm one of the victim of this, definitely. I mean, I always think that when I saw someone who shows, you know, how successful they are, how great they are, how good they are on social media, uh, I always believe, and I'm fully aware that those people have problem behind that, that, you know, or maybe sacrifice things that I don't want to sacrifice in order to be in that place. Of course, you can be very lucky. For example, you buy Nvidia stock and then without really knowing what's Nvidia, or maybe just put your money there and then suddenly it just go up, or maybe you buy Bitcoin not knowing that Bitcoin becomes. I don't have that sort of luck. I mean, I try investing, but none of them really works. Um, I mean, I'm more conservative, I think, in terms of my investment strategy. But um, yeah, even with that awareness that those people that you see on social media might hide something behind all of that nice picture, nice car, nice travel. I think at the end you still become envy. Yeah, I mean, you're human being, right? You, I mean, not you, but I'm human being, right? I mean, it's our natural tendency, I guess, to become envy to someone else that doing, that we think doing better than us. So maybe that's me. Should I stop social media at all? Maybe I should think about that a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there are six here, right? Six things that might cause us to have this midlife crisis, and I think I may be more on the number 3, 5, and 6, which is unmet expectations, search for meaning, and social comparison. So let's see. Let's see. At least by identifying this, I can try to see what I can do with that, and then see Yeah, let's see. At the very least, I think I identify this. Maybe I need to also check with someone else to just to check whether this is really what happened with me. Maybe I'll check with my wife, perhaps. But yeah, at least it's good to be able to identify those, right? To know exactly that what happened that causing you to have this midlife crisis. Let's see. At least we have the analysis. So maybe next step to see, maybe we need to dig dive or dig deeper a bit on these three things, before actually thinking about what we should do. That's it for now, I guess. Thanks a lot for staying up until this time, and then see you next time.